Welcome to NPJR, where we explore the great outdoors one national park at a time. I'm Justin.
And I'm Robin. We encourage you to pause the podcast at any time and discuss some of our talking points or try answering our trail trivias. Today, we're heading to the healing waters of Arkansas to visit a place where history and nature meet, Hot Springs National Park. This place is sometimes called Spa City, occasionally called Haunt City due to ghostly activities, and has been referred to as the loose buckle in the Bible Belt because of the mob activities during the Prohibition era.
This place is where the idea of national parks really began. In our very first episode, we said that Yellowstone was the park that started it all. That's because it was officially the first designated national park in 1872. However, the idea of preserving land for public use actually started way before Yellowstone. Hot Springs National Park, the park that really started it all. Established in 1832, 40 years before Yellowstone became a national park, Hot Springs holds the distinction of being the oldest federally protected area in the U.S., predating the National Park Service by several decades.
Found within the Washita Mountains of Arkansas, Hot Springs National Park is Arkansas's only national park. It is a unique destination blending natural beauty, historic charm, and therapeutic relaxation. Known as the American Spa, this park is famous for its thermal springs, which have drawn visitors seeking rejuvenation for centuries. In 1921, the area was officially designated as Hot Springs National Park, becoming the 16th U.S. national park, emphasizing both its natural and cultural significance.
The park covers approximately 5,550 acres, making it the second smallest national park in the U.S. It encompasses 47 natural hot springs, Bathhouse Row, and surrounding forested mountains. The thermal waters, heated by natural geothermal processes, emerge at a constant temperature of 143 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 62 degrees Celsius. Unlike many other parks focused on wilderness preservation, Hot Springs highlights the interaction between humans and the environment, showcasing how its waters have been used for centuries. Trail Trivia. What is the smallest U.S. national park?
Gateway Arch National Park is the smallest U.S. national park at just over 90 acres. Interesting facts about Hot Springs include the park's unique geology, where rainwater percolates thousands of feet into the earth, heats up, and rises back to the surface after a journey lasting thousands of years. The historic Bathhouse Row is a collection of beautifully preserved 19th and early 20th century bathhouses that now house museums, spas, and cultural attractions.
It begins with the mountains. The Washita Mountains were formed during the collision of two tectonic plates around 300 million years ago, which is called tectonic orogeny, or a mountain-building event. As these tectonic plates collided, the layers of rock were bent and broken, or folded and faulted. This created cracks in the rocks. When water falls as rain and snow on the mountains, it can seep into the ground.
The area that is now the park was characterized by steep mountainous terrain. Although it was more jagged long ago, time has reduced the steep peaks of ancient mountains into rolling hills. The rocks found within the park are approximately 400 million years old and are mostly sedimentary in nature. Rocks like sandstone, shale, chert, and novaculite were originally formed in the deep ocean environments of the Carboniferous period.
Arkansas novaculite is a very special, dense, hard rock composed of tiny quartz crystals, prized for its use as a whetstone to sharpen tools. Originally flat-lying sedimentary rock, it was uplifted to form the Washita Mountains, and now appears in outcroppings throughout the park. Novaculite is the rarest and finest abrasive stone in existence. Found in depths of 250 to 900 feet, novaculite was formed during the Mississippian and Devonian ages, about 350 million years ago. The stone naturally resists erosion and forms prominent ridges in the Washita mountain range. How does all of this relate to hot springs?
As depth increases beneath the Earth's surface, so does temperature, a phenomenon called the geothermal gradient. In the Washita Mountains, folds and faults create pathways for rainwater to seep 6,000 to 8,000 feet underground, heating over 4,000 years before hitting a fault and rising to the surface in about 400 years. This thermal water, emerging at 143 degrees Fahrenheit in Hot Springs National Park, carries dissolved minerals like silica, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. One key mineral, calcium carbonate, precipitates as the water cools, forming light gray, spongy limestone called tufa. Visitors can spot these deposits near display springs, especially at the Hot Water Cascade on Arlington Lawn.
The thermal springs of Hot Springs have been cherished by humans for thousands of years. The area was originally inhabited by Native American tribes, including the Caddo, the Quapaw, and Osage, who considered the spring sacred. These tribes used the hot waters for both healing and ceremonial purposes, believing them to have spiritual and medicinal properties.
European settlers found the springs in the 16th century, with Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto often credited as the first European to encounter them. When the U.S. acquired the area as part of the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, President Thomas Jefferson dispatched an expedition led by William Dunbar and George Hunter to explore the newly acquired spring. By the early 19th century, the springs gained a reputation for their therapeutic benefits, attracting settlers and entrepreneurs who developed the area into a thriving spa town.
In 1832, recognizing the significance of the springs, Congress established the Hot Springs Reservation, making it the first piece of land set aside by the federal government for public use. This laid the groundwork for the modern national park system. The park saw significant development during the early 1900s, with the construction of promenades, trails, and preservation efforts for the thermal springs. Hot Springs became a bustling spa town, drawing celebrities and politicians. During the Reconstruction era after the Civil War, Jim Crow laws restricted African Americans from bathing in hot springs bathhouses, though they could work in them. In response, Black-owned and operated bathhouses emerged in the early 1900s, where Black-owned businesses allowed Black patrons.
Despite exclusion from bathing facilities, African Americans played a vital role in the bathhouse industry. Bath attendants, mostly Black, performed essential duties including assisting weak and injured individuals, laundering robes, and applying mercury rubs, a now obsolete syphilis treatment. In 1910, the government introduced medical training for bath attendants, ensuring their work met professional standards. Massage services, initially provided by African American masseurs and masseuses, became an integral part of the bathhouse experience.
From the 1920s through the 1940s, Hot Springs flourished as a place where the famous and infamous gangsters like Al Capone came to enjoy the thermal waters, luxury hotels, and illegal gambling and bootlegging. With desegregation in the 1960s, African American operated bathhouses declined as Black patrons gained access to previously restricted establishments. Their contributions remain a significant chapter in Hot Springs history.
Visitors continued to flock to the elaborately designed bathhouses on Bathhouse Row, which offered luxurious spa treatments using the thermal waters. Bathhouse Row became a symbol of luxury and rejuvenation, offering everything from therapeutic baths to elegant social spaces. By the mid-20th century, as medical advancements reduced reliance on thermal therapies, the focus shifted toward conservation and historical preservation. Today, the town of Hot Springs continues to thrive as a gateway to the national park, blending historic charm with modern amenities.
Visitors of Hot Springs National Park may earn a Junior Ranger badge by completing a number of activities as they explore the park. The Junior Ranger booklet is available at the Fortis Bathhouse Visitor Center. The NPS website does not have any online Junior Ranger booklets, information, activities, or any contact information like most NPS websites to receive a digital copy or PDF. So, instead, let's take a look at the Hot Springs Iron Ranger Challenge. This is a challenge to hike, bike, swim, or paddle 100 miles of Arkansas public lands. We would like to extend this challenge to ourselves and to you. Spring has sprung and the weather has been so nice. What better time to start this challenge?
Instead of hiking, biking, swimming, and paddling on Arkansas public lands, we are going to challenge ourselves and accept the NPJR Nature Miles Challenge to hike, bike, swim, or paddle 100 miles in any outdoor or nature setting. Activities should be self-propelled, so things like walking, running, hiking, biking, swimming, and paddling all count towards the 100-mile goal. To participate in this challenge, we are going to start keeping track of our self-propelled activities and have a goal of completing 100 miles by March 31st, 2026. Keep track of your miles however you wish. You can use a fitness app, your watch data, paper, the Notes app in your phone, or an Excel spreadsheet. Once you complete your 100 miles, please email your completed forms to receive an NPJR sticker.
For today's Junior Ranger activity, we encourage you to consider this challenge. If it is a challenge you think you would like to accept, start keeping track of your mileage and some of the places you log those miles. Message us on Instagram at NPJRPodcast or send us an email at npjrpodcast@gmail.com to let us know you have completed your NPJR Nature Miles Challenge. Include your mailing address, and we will mail you an NPJR sticker for completing the challenge.
Exploring the park. Hot Springs National Park offers a wide range of activities from historical tours to outdoor adventures, ensuring a memorable experience for every visitor.
Visitors can explore the historic Bathhouse Row, a National Historic Landmark District that includes 8 beautifully preserved bathhouses. 2 of these, Buckstaff and Quapaw, still operate as spas, allowing guests to experience traditional thermal baths. Others, like the Fortis Bathhouse, now serve as museums showcasing the history of the park.
The park features over 26 miles of hiking trails ranging from easy strolls to more challenging climbs. Popular trails include the Hot Springs Mountain Trail, which offers panoramic views of the city and surrounding forests, and the West Mountain Trail, known for its tranquil atmosphere.
The Grand Promenade is a picturesque brick walkway that runs along Bathhouse Row, providing access to several hot springs. Interpretive signs offer insights into the geology and history of the area.
The park's central location makes it an ideal road trip destination, and its compact size ensures that visitors can explore its main attractions in a single day or over a leisurely weekend.
For a deeper experience, guided tours, ranger-led programs, and seasonal events provide opportunities to learn about the park's unique geology, history, and culture.
Some travel ideas and tips from my time there. I visited the park during a road trip through the south with my friend Ashley. You can touch the thermal springs outside of bathhouses at 2 locations. 1 behind Maurice Bathhouse and 2 at the Hot Water Cascade at Arlington Lawn. You can fill water bottles at many locations. Some are thermal, meaning they are hot, and others are from a cold spring. The cold spring is treated more and tastes a little different than the hot thermal spring. If you are filling at the hot one, which you should because it tastes so pure, then you should bring insulated glass or metal jugs to fill, since putting hot substances in plastic is never a good idea. The town of Hot Springs is pretty touristy with lots of shops and restaurants on the main strip, and there was plenty of free parking when I was there. There are 2 main scenic drives, the West Mountain Trail area and the North Mountain Trail area. These are nice even if you don't do the hikes that reach the top. We did some hikes on the north side of the park. We really enjoyed the Goat Rock and Gulfa Gorge Trail. We visited the Quapaw Baths and Spa, which was $20 at the time in 2020. This bathhouse has 4 temperature pools. The locker rooms with a key and towels come with admission. They, of course, serve spring water as well. We spent about 2 hours here, which felt sufficient. The Superior Bathhouse Brewery uses the water from the springs, was started by a female brewer, and is housed in a historic bathhouse, the only brewery in the U.S. housed on national park grounds.
Trail trivia. In what state can you find the only active diamond mine in the U.S.? Arkansas. Back-to-back trail trivia. In what state was the other U.S. diamond mine, which is no longer in operation? Colorado, the Kelsey Lake Mine near the border of Wyoming.
Unrelated to the national park, but a nearby and one-of-a-kind attraction is the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas. This is the only place in the world where the public can search for real diamonds in their original volcanic source. Crater of Diamonds State Park entrance fee is $15 per person, and that includes the finders keepers policy they have. Whatever diamonds you find, you get to keep. As of 2015, over 75,000 diamonds had been found in the crater.
It is less than 60 miles from Hot Springs National Park, and their website says to allocate about 4 hours if you want the full-day diamond field experience. The largest diamond ever found in the U.S. was found at Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas. The diamond was a 40-carat white diamond, discovered in 1924 and named the Uncle Sam Diamond.
Over the years, it was reportedly cut twice and finally cut into a 12.42 carat emerald shape and purchased by a private collector for $150,000 in 1971. After being held in private collection and thought to have been lost to time, it was purchased by Dr. Peter Buck for the National Gem Collection in 2019.
The Uncle Sam Diamond is currently on display at the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C., next to the Canary Diamond, an uncut canary yellow 17.86 carat diamond found in 1917 at what is now the Crater of Diamonds State Park. This exhibition opened in 2022 and is called Great American Diamonds.
Another notable diamond is the Freedom Diamond, which is now set in a ring and fashioned from a 28-carat diamond crystal. It was discovered at the Colorado Kelsey Lake Mine in 1997 and is also in this exhibit. The precious gemstones in this exhibit hail from the only 2 diamond mines that have ever operated in the U.S., Arkansas's Crater of Diamonds and Colorado's Kelsey Lake Mine.
This is the first time we have highlighted state parks, but for this unique feature and the fact that multiple state parks are so close to hot springs, we decided to include some travel recommendations that include these state parks. While Robin and Ashley were traveling to Hot Springs, they also visited 2 state parks, both within a half-hour drive of Hot Springs, Lake Catherine State Park and Lake Washita State Park.
Lake Catherine State Park is 25 minutes from Hot Springs. We hiked the Falls Branch Trail, a 2-mile loop that led to a waterfall. Lake Washita State Park is also 25 minutes from Hot Springs. We did the 4-mile Cato Bend Loop Trail and loved it. There was no one else on the trail and the views of the lake were amazing. We liked the south stretch of the loop and would have preferred to make this a one-way. This hike was a great workout as there are lots of ups and downs and the trail itself is a bit rocky. The state parks in Arkansas are beautiful.
Hot Springs National Park is not just about its famous thermal waters. It also boasts a rich ecosystem, blending the unique geology of the area with the diverse flora and fauna of the Washita Mountains. The park's forested landscape is characterized by mixed pine and hardwood forests, with species such as shortleaf pine, oak, and hickory dominating the hillsides. In the understory, plants like dogwood, redbud, and sassafras add seasonal bursts of color.
The thermal springs themselves are surrounded by unique plant communities adapted to the warm, moist environment. Mosses and ferns thrive in these microclimates, creating lush greenery even during dry seasons. Unfortunately, the park has nearly 40 invasive species present throughout, including nandina, privet, English ivy, kudzu, and periwinkle.
The park is home to a variety of wildlife, including mammals such as white-tailed deer, gray foxes, armadillos, and black bears. Smaller creatures like chipmunks and cottontail rabbits are common, while raccoons and possums are more often seen at night. Bird watchers will delight in spotting species like Carolina wrens, red-tailed hawks, and pileated woodpeckers. In the streams and forests, reptiles and amphibians such as tree frogs, salamanders, and box turtles can be found.
Some other notable species are the bald eagle, Washita madtomfish, southeastern myotis bat, northern long-eared bat, and red fox. The park is home to 18 different species of turtles. There are 28 species of snakes in the park, including 5 venomous species. The park's healthy ecosystems are a testament to the efforts to balance human use with nature conservation, preserving its biodiversity for future generations.
There are at least 12,000 species of moss that exist all over the world, except in saltwater. The most common species are the ones that exist in shady locations and create a carpet across woodlands and forest floors. Mosses are great for preventing soil erosion, as they are capable of absorbing vast amounts of water. Additionally, mosses can break down different layers of soil and release nutrients for other plants to utilize. These resilient plants have existed for at least 250 million years and are so diverse that many do not have common names, just their Latin names. Bryophytes such as mosses, ferns, and spleenworts, along with diatoms, are well adapted to the environment and commonly found in the area.
Tufa has a porous structure that keeps it wet, creating an ideal habitat for plants. Its high surface area helps retain water, forming a microhabitat crucial for species reproduction. The hot springs natural system supports diverse microhabitats, allowing different species to coexist, such as an acid-loving plant and one that thrives in alkaline conditions. For instance, both a rare acid-loving plant and a species that thrives in alkaline conditions have been documented growing side by side near the springs.
The southern magnolia is a majestic evergreen tree native to the southeast U.S. It is found in the park and known for its large, glossy green leaves and fragrant, creamy white flowers, making it a popular ornamental tree in warm climates, typically growing between 60 and 80 feet tall, with a spread of 30 to 50 feet.
The tree's thick, leathery leaves are dark green on top with a rust-colored underside. Its striking white flowers can grow up to 12 inches wide and bloom from late spring to summer, releasing a strong, pleasant fragrance. In the fall, it produces cone-like fruit with bright red seeds that attract birds and wildlife. Trail trivia. Name one of the 2 states that the southern magnolia represents as either its state tree or its state flower. The southern magnolia is the state tree of Mississippi and the state flower of Louisiana. Its wood is commonly used for furniture, cabinetry, and veneer, and its deep root system helps prevent soil erosion, making it a valuable choice for landscaping.
There are so many beautiful native plants in this lush area. The invasive species pose a serious threat to these native plants and the natural diversity of the ecosystem. Kudzu, English ivy, and periwinkle are 3 primary invasive plants that threaten hot springs by outcompeting native species and altering habitats, native plant diversity, soil health, and wildlife. They disrupt water flow and contribute to erosion, particularly kudzu, which prevents the growth of deep-rooted plants that stabilize the soil. They reduce the availability of native food sources and habitats for wildlife.
Each species poses a unique threat. Kudzu, which can grow up to a foot per day, forms thick blankets that choke out trees and shrubs. English ivy climbs trees, weakening them and increasing their susceptibility to disease and rot. Periwinkle spreads rapidly across the forest floor, preventing native wildflowers and understory plants from growing. To control these invasive species, Hot Springs implements manual removal, herbicide treatments, and public awareness campaigns to prevent their spread.
Hot Springs has a fun and productive tradition involving birding. Each year, citizen scientists play a vital role in conservation by braving the cold to participate in the Christmas bird count. In Hot Springs, in collaboration with the National Audubon Society and the City of Hot Springs, this effort helps monitor bird populations and guide conservation actions. Last year's count recorded over 9,000 birds from 113 species, and in previous years, the park's bird count has tied for the highest species diversity in the state. With thousands of counts conducted nationwide, citizen scientists provide invaluable data on bird populations, migration patterns, and the effects of climate change.
From December 14th through January 5th, families, students, birders, and scientists equipped with binoculars, bird guides, and checklists set out before dawn on this annual mission. For over a century, a shared commitment to conservation and a love for nature has inspired volunteers to leave the warmth of home during the holiday season to contribute to this meaningful tradition.
Some of these birds' primary food source are insects. Insects are the most diverse group of animals on Earth, accounting for more than half of all described species. They play a crucial role in ecosystems. Bees, flies, and other insects act as pollinators, beetles break down dead plant and animal matter, and mosquitoes serve as essential food source for bats and other wildlife.
Arkansas is home to an estimated 35 to 40,000 insect species, including 10,000 species of beetles, 9,000 species of flies, 8,000 species of bees and wasps, and around 5,000 species of moths and butterflies. This remarkable diversity is due to the state's varied topography and favorable climate. The Washita and Ozark Mountains are particularly rich in endemic species, with over 30 documented species found nowhere else on Earth, and new ones continue to be discovered.
Insects, spiders, and other arthropods are the dominant life forms in Hot Springs, with populations shifting alongside seasonal changes. In the spring, visitors may spot caterpillars, luna moths, and fireflies, while summer brings an increase in mosquitoes and the bats that feed on them. Next, some easily overlooked living organisms of the park.
Scientific understanding of microbial life expanded dramatically in the 1990s with advancements in molecular biology. Researchers discovered tiny organisms thriving in extreme environments once thought uninhabitable, reshaping our view of Earth's biosphere and the potential for life beyond our planet. We briefly touched on this topic in our Yellowstone episode, but let's dive a little deeper into the world of geothermal dwellers.
Trail trivia. This is a callback from our Yellowstone episode. What is a living organism called that lives in, loves, and thrives in hot environments? Thermophiles. Thermophiles, specifically adapted to extreme heat, thrive in temperatures between 140 and 176 degrees Fahrenheit. Some can even withstand up to 235 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than boiling water. These are sometimes called extremophiles, extreme-loving organisms that survive in harsh physical and chemical conditions. These organisms have specially adapted enzymes, proteins, and DNA that allow them to carry out essential functions despite extreme heat. Their resilience has applications in industries such as food, biotechnology, and paper production.
Hot Springs has 47 active thermal springs, and scientists regularly monitor 35 of these springs, where a unique ecosystem of thermophilic organisms thrives. The park is home to 4 main types of thermophiles: cyanobacteria, or blue-green algae, thermophilic bacteria, ostracods, and nanobacteria, whose classification as living organisms remains debated.
Diatoms, a type of unicellular algae, produce 20 to 50% of the oxygen we breathe and are the only organisms with silica-based cell walls. They play a vital role in the carbon cycle by converting CO2 into organic carbon while releasing oxygen.
Cyanobacteria, or blue-green algae, are ancient microbes capable of surviving in extreme environments. Unlike true algae, they lack a nucleus and chloroplasts, making them more similar to bacteria. One rare species has only been recorded in 5 locations worldwide, including hot springs.
Fossil evidence shows cyanobacteria date back over 3 billion years. Though they may seem strange, cyanobacteria play a crucial role in Earth's history. Their early photosynthesis helped shape the atmosphere, enabling the evolution of oxygen-breathing organisms and paving the way for complex life as we know it.
Ostracods, a class of small crustaceans, are among the most successful arthropods, with over 8,000 species thriving in marine, freshwater, thermal, and even terrestrial environments like moss. These tiny creatures were first documented in hot springs in 1804 when scientists William Dunbar and Dr. George Hunter, sent by President Thomas Jefferson, described seeing small animalcules in the thermal pools.
Often called seed shrimp, most ostracods are about the size of a poppy seed. While not as heat tolerant as some thermophiles, they can withstand temperatures up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. They live inside a bivalve shell, which they shed and regrow as they mature. They exhibit sexual dimorphism, meaning males and females have different shapes.
These adaptable crustaceans display diverse feeding habits, including meat eating, plant eating, scavenging, and filter feeding, making them essential contributors to the hot springs ecosystem.
Bacteria. Thermophilic bacteria thrive in high temperatures and are found in hot springs, peat bogs, and deep-sea hydrothermal vents. Though bacteria are often linked to disease, the vast majority, including those found in the park, are harmless to humans and play essential roles in the ecosystem.
Nanobacteria, the smallest known cell-walled organisms, are highly debated due to their tiny size, 1/1000th of a meter, which is 1/10th the size of bacteria. A potential link between nanobacteria and extraterrestrial life arose when NASA scientists studied the Mars meteorite ALH 84001, which landed on Earth 13,000 years ago after being ejected from Mars 16 million years ago. The meteorite, discovered in Antarctica in 1984, contained organic carbon compounds and what appeared to be fossilized nanobacteria, fueling the search for life in Martian hot springs.
To investigate further, scientists studied thermal springs at 5 locations worldwide, including Yellowstone and Hot Springs National Parks. Their research in hot springs revealed over 700 unique nanobes, some resembling those found on the Mars meteorite, deepening the mystery of nanobacteria and their possible extraterrestrial origins. Hot Springs National Park has a rich and complex history. Future discussions could explore the Civil War era, the Army and Navy Hospital, which later became a rehabilitation facility and mental hospital, along with the many deaths that sparked haunting legends. Additionally, The area's Prohibition-era activities and visits from notorious crime bosses add another fascinating layer to its past, and possibly another episode in the future about hot springs. Hot Springs National Park stands out among America's national parks for its rich blend of natural beauty, cultural history, and therapeutic allure. From its sacred significance to indigenous people to its development as a world-renowned spa destination, the park continues to captivate visitors with its timeless charm. Whether soaking in the healing waters, hiking its scenic trails, or exploring the historic bathhouses, visitors to Hot Springs National Park will find a unique and rejuvenating escape in the heart of Arkansas.
If you haven't visited Hot Springs yet, we hope this inspired you to add it to your bucket list. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, share, and follow us for more outdoor adventures. And to all you Junior Rangers out there, good luck on earning your badge. And hey, if you've earned a Junior Ranger badge recently, send us a picture. We'd love to see it.
And if you want, feel free to share your latest story from your time in a national park unit. Who knows? Maybe we will mention it in one of our upcoming episodes. Be sure to include in the email that you grant us permission to share your story. I will include our email address, npjrpodcast@gmail.com, in our show notes. And feel free to follow us on our adventures on Instagram @npjrpodcast. Until next time, happy trails. And remember, the earth is ours to explore and protect. So let's get out there and do it.
Explore.
Learn.
And protect.